Hi guys. Everyone talks about the moment lens and the Olo clip. And I always wanted one of those to try out, but I'm cheap. I don't want to spend $100, especially if I don't know if it's going to work or not. So today I was walking in Five Below, a store in its name that says everything is five and below. And I happened across the Selfie Pro Lens, even showing you on the back, with a very expensive car. Something you would not expect to find in a Five Below shop. The three different wide angle, macro, and fisheye lenses. Now, I haven't tried this yet. Just before we get going, this is a 4-piece lens system. So, opening it up, you can see it has a lens with the high-tech clip, which makes sure it fits all phones, including case. You can tell they spent no expense by putting in a fake iPhone here, since there's no. You have in this the cap, and you have the other lenses you can screw in, and of course, being a high quality item, you have the soft velveteen pouch. And I will post pictures later on doing a before and after and see how well this works. Now it's time to look at some of the pictures I took testing out the Selfie Pro Lens system. The first picture I took was a straight picture without any adjustments, attachments, and using the regular camera stock app. Notice on the left hand side you can see a little bit of a stump on the hill there with 2 fence posts, a little bit of the bushing on the right hand side, and just the black fencing going across the backyard there, seeing all grass below. Again, this is just taking the camera, taking the phone, opening up the straight stock camera app, and just taking a straight picture of what I saw from the backyard. Next, I tried to use the fisheye lens. As you can see, a large amount of distortion. If you look dead center, it's not bad, but it's still overall darker, which is kind of expected because you're putting a lens in front of your lens, and of course that will create a little bit of havoc with the light sensing. But again, on the side you can see a lot more around. You can even see some of the concrete below, shed on the left hand side, but not really useful for anything, just really hard to see. Some of the darkening probably could be fixed, but so much of its distortion I wouldn't even try to fix that. The next picture is with the wide angle, much better, actually pretty clear except for just a little bit of where you can see I wouldn't even a little bit of distortion around the outside, but more just the frame of the lens being picked up by the camera. So even that, if you just want to crop it a little bit, that would still give you a lot longer. You can see on the left hand side, you can see actually 4 posts. You can actually see the entire width of the black wrought fence down below, and more of the bushing area on the right hand side, and still in the center pretty clear. Again, all these were taken with the stock camera app without any adjustments or anything else, just trying to get a basis here. Next I did was a picture of a plant that's on my back patio, just to get a feeling for what the plant looks like before trying out the macro lenses. So the idea was to take a shot at one of these leaves up close, the white leaves up close, to see what it would look like. First one is with the macro lens. You can see everything that is not as in focus, not still heavily in focus, but it does give a nice up close look. You can see a little bit of the veining on the leaf there, and everything else is a nice blur to it. Next thing I tried was from the exact same depth as the macro lens, just took off the macro lens to see exactly what the camera would look like. You can see that obviously the leaf is not in focus as was expected. Background clear, wonderful in focus as expected with an iPhone. The next thing I did was to take a picture using the macro option on Camera Plus. You can see from here it's very crisp, very clear. Actually a little bit better in the macro lens itself, and the background picture is actually much clearer than what was with the macro lens from the lens itself. The last thing I tried to do was to combine both the macro option in Camera Plus and the macro lens to see if I could get as close as possible. Unfortunately, here you can see there's a lot of feathering around the leaf, a lot of distortion. I notice how the background is almost an abstract art background, unlike the Camera Plus macro, which gave you a nice clear shot. Here it does not, unfortunately. I hope everyone enjoyed the video and the description of this obviously budget version of lens attachment. If you have any comments, suggestions, please leave them in the area below. Thanks so much and have a great day.